Okay, how's everybody doing? So, got a review here. But first, I want to thank everybody who commented on my short that I made. If you didn't see it, woke up Christmas and had a disaster in our backyard. It's titled, Woke Up to This. We're okay. It happened during the middle of the night, so nobody was around it. It just made a big, huge mess. We weren't expecting these high winds like we got, so nothing really too damaging. But anyways, I have a review. Now this sword isn't for everybody, obviously. This was a Christmas gift from my wife. I like it. She got it because she thought it looked pretty. So it's very different than normally what I have. So let me show you guys. And I have B-roll. We will be getting into that. Close-ups and everything. But it's this guy right here. Okay. So let me get a little bit closer here. So you guys can kind of see here. It's got dragons on the saya. Got a nice emblem right there. And the Suba. And I'm going to be getting into the Suba a little bit in the B-roll. Talking about it. Because it's quite interesting. I kind of had this feeling about this type of Suba. Like I said, I'll get into it in the B-roll, not here. But, don't know. Doesn't smell like real leather, but it's soft. The Ito wrap is extremely soft wrapping. So index is really, really nice in the hands. It is a colored blade, a black blade. Okay. Don't mind that so much. My Wakizashi from Hero Swords has a black blade. I use that thing all the time. I love it. The only drawback to it is when you go to sharpen it, it will start rubbing that off. So be mindful of it. Now, the feel of this thing in the hands is nice. I mean, when you start holding it, you know you can control it. It's super light in the hands. Okay. It is a 1060 blade. I'll be like, again, we'll get into the B-roll. But like I've always said, if you're a beginner, you never cut with a sword, you get a katana or any type of sword, 1060, 9260 is best to get because they're more forgiving. So if you make a bad cut, it's not going to be like a disaster for you. But feels really good in the hands. Like you literally can the moment you start swinging it, you know you can control this thing. I love a sword that feels that way. Now the wrap, the Ito wrap, nice and soft. It's really soft. I like it. Can kind of move the Ito wrap a little bit. Not horribly bad. Another nice feature, they wrapped around the Kashra. I'm a big fan of that because it helps keep it locked into place along with the glue if they do glue them. So, and this thing does not move. Now, like I said, I don't know who the maker is because this was a Christmas gift. But if you are interested and you want to know, you want to look at their page, let me know in the comments and I will put a link to them for you. Okay. But I like it. Will I cut with it? Maybe a few times. Kind of like the Swords of Northshire that my wife got me about 4 years ago. It got me back into swords again, which was my first customs. I don't cut very much because they're sentimental. So this is kind of another sentimental sword. Kind of like the Koi one. And I think my wife does pretty good at picking swords for me. But like I said, this one's not for everybody, but that's okay. But if you do like this type of thing, like I said, let me know in the comments and I will put a link to it. To me, I don't like swords with a lot of bling. You can probably hear that lock. Does not fall out, so it has nice tension. And then, there you go. But I was going to say, I don't like swords with a lot of bling, but this is like just enough where it's nice and subtle. They kind of riveted the dragons into the saya so they're not going to fall out, which is nice. But overall, I like it. The saya is covered with a faux leather and stitched down the center, which I'll have some close-ups of that too as well. So, like I said, don't go anywhere. Have I cut with this yet? No, I haven't, because it's been raining all day. So, no. Anyways, but Monday, before we get into the B-roll and everything else and the whole talking shamil and things, Monday I have a knife coming in, hopefully. You're going to want to stick around with this for that one, because it's not very often I come across Japanese or European weapons with a modern twist to it that I like. Most of the people do, I do not like, except for Dragon Kings that I've seen. I don't own any of them, of their modern Daiso set, which has the katana, wakizashi, and tanto. Those look pretty nice. Like I said, I don't own any, so I can't really say for sure if I would like them, but they look good. Let me put that away. Whereas most people kind of screwed up. It's like they're trying to reinvent them, and it just doesn't work. Kind of like the Honshu. I wanted to like it. I love the design. I think it looks kind of neat, but it sucks at handling. They just dropped the ball on that one. So stay tuned. So hopefully after Monday, I will have a video out on this knife. So hopefully you can come back and check that one out, and you definitely, hopefully a lot of you are going to like it and may want to purchase one. So without any more further ado, let's get into the B-roll, and we will see you all later.
Okay, so this is just an overall of the katana that my wife got me, and there'll be more close-up details of it. The Ouroboros Katana, and I'll get into that name a little bit more when we get to the Tsuba, but for right now, this is just an overall look. I personally like it. Like I said, it's not for everybody, but it is nicely done. Now the Suka is actually, the details are nice. I like the Minukis. They're kind of like a dragon flame set in it. It's not real Samigawa, which is okay. I have a few swords like that. But, I mean, the diamonds are fairly even. Eater wrap is not loose. You can move it a bit, but it's doable. And then the Kashra is nice and tight. Now here we go, the Tsuba. The Tsuba is a dragon eating itself. That's where the name Ouroboros comes from. It's actually a very, very old term, but as you can see, it's got a really clear detail of it in this. And basically, what it represents is, it's an ancient, actually, figurine. And we're going to have here pretty soon the other side, you get to see it. But it represents basically eternal cycles: creation, life, death, rebirth, and wholeness. And this appears across numerous cultures, starting with Egypt, Greece, and Norse mythology. So, and this is like a Greek or German one, and the next one is actually Norse. So it's kind of cool you see this across cultures. Now the saya is actually wrapped in a faux leather. Now that, I'm not sure if it's bullhorn or plastic, but it's actually really nice. It looks like real bullhorn. If it isn't, they did a good job. But the dragons are shaped to the saya, so there's no anything that's going to get caught on it, and they're actually riveted right into the saya, so they're not coming out, which is kind of nice. It all blends really good. Now here's the stitching of the saya. It's done really nice. Nothing that looks like it's going to come loose anytime soon. Here's a nice, getting a little out of focus there, but there you go. It's nice and tight, no gaps. Don't see anything that's going to fray. So, not bad at all. First katana I had with a kind of wrap around it like this, and then stitched down this all the way down the middle. So, but yeah, it looks good. I think it would hold up for a little while with no worries at all. And then everybody's favorite part, the blade. Like I said, it's a black blade. It's got a dragon there engraved on it. It's actually really nicely done. It's a typical engravings that you normally see. It's got a nice bohie in it. It's not differentially hardened, of course, because it's 1060, and 1060 can be problematic to differentially harden. So if you want something in the 60 series differentially hardened, see if they have 1065, because it's much easier to do. You can do 1060, but like I said, it's problematic. So it's just a straight black blade. The only drawback is when you sharpen it, you'll start taking it off. But it's not a big deal, and it's got a decent edge on it. Now the blade length. Blade length is really nice. There's my measuring board starting from the end of the habaki there. And I like to do a run all the way down so you can actually see that, you know, it's going across the board. And it keeps going, and it should wind up right about, actually right there I almost lost my whole slider off the table. That's why that happened. But it's a nice 27.5-inch long blade, so pretty standard blade length. This makes it so much easier. The sori is a decent sori, so it's about 5/8. Right about there. There's center. Or, yeah, 5/8. So it's a nice sori on it. The point of balance. And there's an overall. I love my POB stand. That makes it so much nicer to get the POB more accurate and where the balance point is. Balance point is a little bit farther than I like, but it's still nimble in the hands. That's what I love about it. And there we go. It's 5 1/4 is where the POB is on this. And then, you know, so like I said, this is definitely not for everybody, but I like it. I think my wife did a good job picking out this sword for me. I can see why she liked it. So hopefully, the next couple days, maybe I get to take it outside, cut with it, and that'll be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video of showcasing this guy, and stay tuned for hopefully after Monday, the new knife.